And thank you very much. Senator Rounds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, to all of you, thank you for your offer of additional service to our country. Mr. Overbaugh, how would you recommend addressing the evolving threats posed by near-peer adversaries in the domains of cyber, artificial intelligence, and space? It would appear to me that right now there is an overarching challenge from multiple near-peer adversaries with regard not just to air, land, and sea, but space and cyberspace. The areas that you will be overseeing include both cyberspace and really space, coordinated. Talk to us a little bit about how you see your role in terms of coordinating our response to those adversaries.
Senator, thank you for the question. We've already had a little bit of experience dealing particularly with a soft space cyber triad. And it's a critical effort because as we continue to push into new domains to meet adversarial threats across the globe, we have to stitch those domains together in a way that achieves combined effects for the warfighter and in defense of the American people. As it relates to cyber threats that you mentioned, I am concerned about the threats to our critical infrastructure, the disinformation that can come through cyber threats, and also zero-day exploits. And I think some of our solutions in zero trust architecture, active cyber defense, private-public collaboration, and offensive cyber capabilities are tools that we'd be able to bring to bear to meet those threats. And space threats, the presence of ever increasingly sophisticated ASAT weapons, particularly interested in space-based surveillance of our enemies, as well as jamming and spoofing are of significant concern to me. And so I would look to advocate from the position that I'm being nominated, resilience and redundancy in our constellations, as well as ensuring complete space domain awareness and encouraging commercial partnerships to ensure that we're able to meet those threats effectively.
One of the items, Senator Cotton started on this line of questioning a little bit, and I want to pursue a little bit more. There clearly are stovepipes, some intended, some unintended, with regard to the sharing of information between Title 10 and Title 50 participants. But you've also added another item in, which is also critical, and that is the private sector as well, which adds additional challenges. Could you talk about what your role is in terms of making sure that appropriate information is shared and that we make the most out of the information that we do gather?
Senator, I believe that the Defense Intelligence and Security Enterprise has a role in ensuring that we identify the threats accurately so that both public and private entities can work effectively to design solutions to deal with those threats, as opposed to coming up with solutions that don't match up with the threats that we face.
Thank you. Mr. Zimmerman, look, I've got just one real quick question for you, and that is basically right now we've got the possibility, if we have an adversary, one of our near-peer adversaries, confronting us in one theater, there's a very, very high probability that we'll have a second near-peer adversary confronting us in another theater. How do you see your role in terms of coordinating with our partners to make sure that we have the best advantages to be able to deal with two threats in two different theaters?
Senator, I appreciate the opportunity to talk about this just for a moment. I think the threat that you've articulated is one that requires utmost attention and underscores the relevance of this administration's emphasis on partnering with allies and for them to take greater ownership and take seriously their need to boost defense spending. If confirmed to the role, one of the principal aspects of the job, as I understand it, is to manage defense relations in the area of responsibility. And so if confirmed, I would do all I can to partner effectively with allies and partners to ensure that their security capabilities are at a level where we can have the right posture to address the threat you're describing. So partnerships are extremely important, and if confirmed to the role, I would take that seriously.
Thank you. Mr. Lohmeyer, the B-21 Raider coming online shortly, probably one of the best and finest of the major projects out there, on time, on budget. Currently, we're coordinated to have about 100 of them in. Clearly, that's not going to be enough. Would you seriously consider any requests out there to increase the number of B-21s that could be acquired by the Air Force as the needs arise?
As Senator, this issue is also very important to me. One of my priorities is going to be modernizing the nuclear enterprise. And of course, the B-21 is an important piece to that. And I understand that 100 B-21 program of record discussion to be rather maybe a floor, and I'm very open to discussing more.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.